Right, we're off on a walk to Little and Great Sir Hugh's. Now, Hugh De Badewe, was a big landowner in these here parts during the, what would it be, 14th century? He fought at Crecy and siege of Calais. But it was during the 100 Years' War, and when he came back, needless to say, him and his mates hadn't actually got as much loot as they had hoped for, and they hadn't been paid, and so they went on a bit of a rampage around Essex, raiding a few other of the landowners and robbing and stealing, and picking off the odd deer here and there, poaching, and so on. So, needless to say, after a bit of sort of brigandage, he became the local MP, so to speak, and turns up in Parliament. It's all very complicated. I shall have to look into it even more, but basically that's the story. And so we're going off to see if there's any remnants of this history other than just the names, which may or may not be true. Anyway, you will get full details of all this stuff when we get round to doing that documentary we keep promising about the history of Great Badewe, which is in script form, where I check out all these little facts that I keep coming across and will tell you the truth, no doubt, of what put the bad in Badewe and why is it so great. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe and all that stuff. Now, we've been walking for miles and miles and miles and miles. Nobody ever walks up here. It's obviously the Badlands of Badewe. This is where Sir Hugh De Badewe lurked, hidden away. I wonder if, when we step into the little village, do you think they'll all burst into song?
He has returned.
Yes. Is it Brigadoon that we're really going to? Does it come into life? Is it full of people dressed up as highwaymen and, I don't know, Robin Hood?
I suspect the only way we'll know we're there, hopefully, is a little road sign that says Great and Little Sir.
I think that's quite possible. I think that's quite possible. You know, this is a recce for our grand documentary, which I'm sure you're all waiting for. And when it comes out eventually, it will have 1 million hits within the first half hour. It will break all records because everybody is devastatingly interested in the obscure history of an obscure part of Britain full of green bits. Oh, and of course, got a watch, look at that. In the distance you will see, vaguely in the mists, the Badewe mast.
So if we get lost, we just head for that.
That's right, yes. That's our landmark. It served the British bombers coming back from Berlin during the Second World War to bring the boys back home after a good night's bombing. So it will serve us well. So we're off to see where the wicked Sir Hugh De Badewe lived. And of course, when we find out about little Sir Hugh's and great Sir Hugh's, we'll discover that it's really named after, I don't know, little and large, yes. Eddie Little and what was the other guy's name? Eddie Little and something large. Billy Large. Hugh Large, that's it. And has nothing to do with our history. But of course, we'll lie. Like all historians, we'll make something up. Sir Hugh De Badewe. Badass. Should be a song written about him. Can we find a song written about Sir Hugh De Badewe? He was, well, he wasn't quite the Robin Hood of this local area, because this guy robbed from the rich and kept it all for himself so that he could get richer. There's a building here that looks vaguely 18th century. Several hundred years after his time, but as you can see, a rather grand looking place.
This is vaguely modelled on that.
Yes, that's right. This is Great Mascles. Yes. See, everybody was called great round here. Everybody wanted to think they were great.
Isn't it?
Yes, there's a great and a little. So I guess that means big, small, or greater, littler. And this one looks like he means a bit of trouble. Hello. You think I've come to feed you? Yeah. There's a star. See, you think I've come to feed you, don't you? Yes, you'd eat me, wouldn't you? Yes, you'd eat me. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, that's right. Yes. I don't know whether I want to be licked by you. You may get a taste from me. Don't get too excited. Yeah. Yes.
Are you warm enough, right?
Yes, I'm warm enough. I'm rather hoping that walking this off will slacken my jacket somewhat, because it's fitting rather tightly on me. This was bought when I was slim and lithe, and since Helen's retirement, she's been fattening me up, been pouring on the potatoes, giving me regular sustenance, which, you know, prior to that it was just gin and chocolate that I thrived on and was nice and slim. But she's fattened me up. Like those bullocks there have been fattened up. I hated to tell them that I'm afraid their life expectancy was somewhat reduced. Friendly chaps though they were, I think he was saying, adopt me, take me home, keep me as a pet, because he probably knew why he had a number on his ear. Oh, there you go. Great Sir Hugh's Lane. Is that the most picturesque part of it? And here you are, at Great Sir Hugh's.
This was a little way to go.
Yeah. Great Sir Hughes. And very aptly, Little Sir Hughes has a really titchy little sign because it's Little Sir Hughes. And that's the Great Sir Hughes Cottage. Oh wow. With its own post office box. Well, they obviously keep horses and stuff down here, so these will be estate workers' establishments. I was talking about. Yeah. Here we are, Great Badewe Farm.
Great Sir Hughes Farm.
Oh, I should say Sir Hughes. Great Sir Hughes Farm. It's a Hughes duck pond. Hello, sheep. Oh, well, you're woolly, aren't you? I wonder what you're looking for. Someone to feed you or shear you. That's it. I wouldn't drink out of that water.
He's rubbing his belly.
Oh, he's having an itch. He wanted someone to just give him a good scratch.
Are you filming that?
Yes, I am. Oh. She was obviously coming. She was just asking me
Yeah.
to scratch her bum and get out a comb. Ooh, that's good, isn't it? It's a good scratch. That's just what you need. Right, we're now checking out Little Sir Hughes, which I assume is littler. Certainly the road is littler. Yes, that's right. No. I think Little Sir Hughes is the one that must have been for sale, isn't it? So. It's looking somewhat secluded. Now, I've no doubt that this is the place where serial killers hang out. It's about as obscure as you can get. Now, this is a public footpath and I can't see where it goes at all. Other than round circles, I assume it goes to this road. What do you reckon? It goes out there and there's a footbridge. It's a public footpath. It says public footpath there.